Welcome to the Discover Montcalm podcast, where we're going to take a look at the communities, the businesses, the attractions, and the people that make up Montcalm County. Here is your podcast host, Dwayne Weed.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Discover Montcalm podcast. We're in episode 74, and today we're going to talk about job shadowing and how important it is for area students to get involved in your business so that they can learn more as they head out on their careers. But before we do that, I'd like to thank West Michigan Technology and Design Solutions, your IT experts, Busy Bee for their embroidery and vinyl signs and mugs and everything that they do, and DW Video and Multimedia, my business, for producing this and putting it out every week. Discover Montcalm podcast is all about the community, the area people, the happenings, the attractions. It's all about you. And if you would like to be a guest on the Discover Montcalm podcast, reach out to me at 231-250-9624. In my digital arts program at the Montcalm Area Career Center, my students produce a podcast called mymacpodcast.com. One of my students, Alex, had an opportunity last year to job shadow me while I was doing a production, and she put together a segment about job shadowing. So I'd like to use a portion of that in this podcast to kind of get it from a student perspective on how important it is for students to job shadow. So Alex, take it away.
Hello, I'm your producer Alex, and on this segment I will be interviewing the digital arts instructor and business owner, Mr. Dwayne Weed. So Dwayne, could you tell us a little bit about your profession?
Well, I've been doing video production and multimedia work my whole career. I graduated from Ferris State College. It was a college when I graduated back in '83, and then turned into a university in '86. But from that point on, I started off doing mainly video, and as the years went by, we went into print, we went into web design, social media. As things kept growing, I kept adapting my business to meet the needs of my customers. And
what advice would you give to those interested in a career similar to yours?
Well, first of all, follow your passion. If your passion is as a photographer, or your passion is, web design, or you want to do a little of everything, which is what this program is all about, is to give people skills to do a lot of things in the digital arts world. Just like my business, I had to adapt, and the more hats that I was able to wear allowed me to grow my business and to become somebody that people would look to as an expert in the field to be able to handle their projects. So this opportunity happens for the students as well. If you are just a photographer, then you're just a photographer. But if you've got other skills on top of that, that will help you go farther in your career.
Here is a clip of what I learned last year from job shadowing Dwayne at the Macasta Osceola Career Center.
I learned a lot about how to conduct interviews better by just asking more questions and keeping the conversation going. And in class, Dwayne has told us, take multiple pictures, talk to people. Don't be afraid to, ask people to do whatever again. And I see why that needs to happen for the shoot to go the way you want it to. Another thing I observed today is there's a lot I can learn, like adapting and overcoming and understanding that some things are out of your control and you just have to move forward. Sometimes that's very hard to do. This is definitely something I love to do. I love being in charge of things and just working with other people to get things done, which is something I'm learning as a high schooler right now. But I like to be in control of a project, which is something that I observed today. Dwayne had a plan, executed the plan, and when things went wrong, he adapted and overcame and got the job done.
Wow, you did pick up a lot in that job shadowing opportunity. What kind of recommendations do you have to anybody that has an opportunity to job shadow?
There is a lot you can learn from job shadowing. I would 100% recommend, if you have the opportunity to job shadow anyone who is in the career you are interested in, definitely do it, because you'll be able to see what that job is in real life and how you can apply that to your life.
I'd like to thank you for watching the Discover Montcalm podcast. Alex, you did a great job. You gave some very good insights on why it's important for students to get involved with job shadowing. So all the area businesses out there in Montcalm County, if you get that opportunity to help a student as they further their career, please do that. It gives them self-confidence. It gives them a deep dive into your industry and, maybe some of the pitfalls that they should avoid or the things that are going to happen in real life. We know that, we've all made mistakes. We've all learned as we've gone through, and the opportunity to give back to students some of your experience is very, very important. Plus, it gives them a bunch of networking opportunities that they wouldn't have. All the businesses out there, we've learned that networking is so very important. And to be able to offer that skill set to high school students or college students, and by giving them that opportunity to come in and job shadow you, is really important. So I want to thank you for following us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can catch us on iTunes at Discover Montcalm Podcast. You can also go back and check out all the episodes on discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Thank you again for tuning in. This is a show all about Montcalm County, and it's all about the people. So if you've lived here all your life, you run a business, you've got an interesting story to tell, my name's Dwayne. Reach out. 231-250-9624. Go to discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Check out all the episodes. I am looking forward to telling your story. Remember to buy and shop locally.
Connect and subscribe to Discover Montcalm Podcast at discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Discover Montcalm Podcast. To be featured in an upcoming show, contact Dwayne at 231-250-9624. Remember to subscribe at discovermontcalmpodcast.com.